the fact that they had to play shorthanded obviously played into how well we could guard them. Feel badly for the kid Jackson being at home. Would like to have seen him have a chance to play. May have diminished our chances, but college basketball should be about experiences, and that kid should have had, hopefully he'll get healthy, and Mitch is a good man, and they run a nice program. So defensively, we did a lot of good things. Rossiter's got it going a little bit in the second half, and we made a switch to Ron Roberts, who was very active, and CJ was very active. Offensively, we didn't play at the proper pace. We didn't have enough step-up shots. Aggressive kind of plays is what I'd be looking for. But we came out of that. We had one turnover in the second half, and that was a really poor decision by a senior when they're pressing at the end. That should have never, ever happened. We ran them off the three-point line and paid good attention to Rossiter in the low post.
So when you talk about the contribution you got from CJ, especially down at the end of the game when I think he had a 7 consecutive that pushed it back in your favor?
Well, one of the things that I've talked to, he's not a 40% shooter. So, yeah, I'm delighted. I thought the up and under was a big bucket, stretched the lead back out. I think we were holding 1 at the time. He put it back up to 4. That's a good play. But there are other – we need him to be more aggressive. He missed a layup. That should have been a dunk. I hate to be selfish, but he should come out of that game 7 for 10, not 4 for 10. But at the defensive end of the floor, his presence has an impact. It had an impact at Holy Cross. And, if somebody says, well, he 4 blocks, probably there was a little bit more than 4 in there for him. But you add in Ron Roberts, 2 blocks. So the length that Langston adds, Darius adds, CJ and Ron is significant.
Can he be more aggressive, or is it just his nature to?
No, it's his skill, to be honest with you. He doesn't really have a back-to-the-basket game yet. He has a game where he can make face-up jumpers and he can dunk. Dave Duda works with him and is going to work with him every day. But his offensive game is still a work in progress. It's not his nature. Forget the nature, the personality. It's more about his comfort level. CJ's a guy, he never wants to be uncomfortable. You don't want to make him uncomfortable, because then he'll go into a shell.
Phil, are you seeing progress last couple of games?
Well, wins. I see wins, Ray. And both games, I think, I saw an attention to detail on defense that during the losing streak we didn't have. We were just out there kind of winging it defensively. And the coaches have done a nice job of being very insistent with these guys about, who they're guarding, how they're guarding. We have to get it on every possession now. We can't have it on some possessions and not on every possession.
So when you talk about your three-point shooting, it seemed like they were just kind of staying in the zone and weren't shooting out. Is that kind of?
You mean lack thereof? To me, there were not enough step-up shots, and we shoot enough that the shots to me were like too casual, and not like real step-up aggressive shooting that I'm looking for, and we have to address it because zone for us. One of the things that we're hurt with, Aaron, is we don't have really a fourth perimeter guy. Idris is a foul line and in guy, but I have to do a better job getting him out of the zone and making him be a ball mover.
So what do you think that you got 2 wins and the league is, other than a couple elite teams at the top, there's sort of kind of a lot of mixed match in the middle. What do you see going in, and how do you feel about your team right now?
Well, I mean, I still look at the records. We have the fewest number of wins in the Atlantic 10. So what I just said to the players is I don't want anybody to give us anything. We have to earn the respect, and you earn the respect, in my opinion, by starting with home games. We're fortunate that we have 2 home games. Saying that, there won't be much atmosphere. There wasn't much atmosphere today. So, we really need each other to create a positive vibe Wednesday and Saturday. And then I'll start to look at the league now. I haven't really, I know some teams are playing really well. I've admired from afar, again, the scheduling that has taken place in this league. We're taking on everybody. And, now's time. Penn is in there. I told the players before, this was a league game. This is a league level opponent. And certainly Penn is going to be a league level. So we have 18 league games, starting with this one tonight.
Well, this wasn't a frenetic pace to this kind of game, but with 5 turnovers, how much of a positive do you?
Well, that's 4 games in a row we've been under 10 turnovers. We had 9, 9, 8, and 5. And the one that'll bug me, up until 1 minute of 12 tonight, and then I'll celebrate the new year, and then 1 after 12, I'll be pissed about the turnover that Idris had at the end. We can play error-free basketball, and that's what I'm looking for.
Do you see Justin sort of settling into a role as a three-point shooter off the bench?
Not really, not yet. I mean, he shot an air ball. I thought he was too casual at times, but certainly this is a step in the right direction. He had double figures at Creighton in a really strong game. Then he was very poor at Boston U. Then he was good at Holy Cross, and he was above average today. But to take on that role of it, and I said this at Holy Cross, he's the oldest guy coming into the game as a sophomore. Well, it's got to be something that's learned. Well, Happy New Year to everybody.